This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our supreme and master speakers, Circa Barakil, Remy Asalia, Saray Cypher, Omeji Cat Comet, Erisu Yamakawa, Arcadia Lunashine, Nina Grimsdaughter, Casey Schaefer, Daimos, Cecirful Alirafu, Lily Black, Hans Grenade, Sapa Chakwatol, Asuta Starbreeze, Faris Gentoru, Cletus Oreo, Quick Levin, Sayuri Snowfall, Luke Leonatrell, Stella Bell, Ceres, Icy Lee, Lyria Rain, Pamela Isley, Umbral Wind, Naive Arino, Celeste Rasgris, Elenriel Maximus, Edwin, Bob CC, Fabs and Voidworm, Rami Maverick, Code Red No, Mira Miri, Winebow Brood, Babe Arbalay, Kaisa Regina, Usora Akari, and AJ Brainswordson. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/SpeakersXIV. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Aorcians. Well, I'm just realizing you can see the screen now on this side. That's weird. There's Georgi, a little spoiler. There's Georgi.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 200! I'm Lukeil Bravestone, and I am, of course, joined today by, look at that spoiler, Georgi Wiston and Maela Vanadar.
Hi.
For the last time.
Ever.
We'll
Yes.
talk more about that today, but today, of course, episode 200. It is like a celebration, but also the opposite.
It's a celebration.
It is primarily a celebration, but it's kind of like when a king dies. We're supposed to both mourn and celebrate at the same time. And that's what we're doing today. Woo! Welcome to episode 200. We're celebrating the 200th episode. We'll have a little look back at the past. We'll talk about our time in speakers. We'll read your MogMail. Some is anniversary related, some is Maela related, and some is just 14 related. So there's that as well. Don't worry, we won't just be talking about ourselves. We will also talk about 14 stuff, the little stuff that's happened this week, and also make sure you stay tuned for the post show. We'll definitely do tournaments, but I think maybe we should start with the tournament bracket, get it over with, so that we can do all the other stuff at the end. Questions from the syndicate, and maybe also there'll be time to look back on the post show as well. Because it is not the 200th episode of the post show. Actually, I don't know what episode it would be of the post show. The post show started, maybe this is like 100 and something. It has to be at
Something
least
like
100. All right. So make sure you catch the post show as well. The party continues in the post show.
We'll be partying all night.
Yeah.
This one's not going to stop.
remember the 5th of November. In channel updates, yes. Well, today is the 20th of June, which means today is the last day to apply. I believe the deadline is 11:59 p.m. British standard summertime. What's BST stand for? British
Summertime.
That is that. 1.0 stream for patrons is on Tuesday. That is Tuesday. Check pinned comments in the Patreon channel. And movie night for patrons is on June 25th.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What have we done in 14 this week? Let's start with Georgi. What have you done this week?
You've pretty much seen everything I've done this week. I have done a little bit of just Moogle tome grinding on my main, but other than that, there's nothing worth mentioning. There's nothing new in this game right now.
No, that's true. Maela, have you done anything special?
Oh, special.
Mhm.
Yeah. I done a few special things this week. I've liberated Castra Meridianum from the tyranny of Julius, whatever she's called.
Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
And also Nero was in. I've liberated the Praetorium of Nero.
Oh wow, you've got the
And
Roman emperors down.
Plato was there, I think.
Wow, not an emperor.
So I've killed them all.
Was he an emperor? No, he was just a philosopher, wasn't he?
He's just a cool guy.
Yeah.
With a cool aesthetic. So yeah, Tomestone Gathering.
Mm-hmm. Right.
150 something now, I think. I don't know.
Nice.
I think I have everything I want now. I have the two mounts, and the choker, and I got the keycurn earrings as well. So done.
Have you got Chalka and Brina?
Oh.
It's only 14 for both of them. You might as well get yourself back in
I
there.
probably can afford them now. I have one of them, so I think I need the other one. I've also yesterday finally leveled Warrior to 80, so one tank to
congrats.
go. That's Dark Knight. Switch to Dark Knight. Haven't touched Dark Knight since like early Stormblood, so 80% of the bar had to be like removed. That was quite interesting. Other than that, you've seen it on stream. That's all I've done. Roulettes and roulettes. Never-ending roulettes. All right. Well, I think that's that. We need to jump into recent events.
Channel update?
What? Maela, we've already done channel updates.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I must have blanked that out. Wow.
In recent events, we have some breaking news for those of you watching live. There will be a letter from the producer, not live, in the first week of July, and that will announce the release date of patch 5.3. This is not a letter from the producer live. It is just a letter from the producer.
This means we won't be getting a live letter at all.
I doubt it. Depending on the time frame between this announcement and the actual patch.
It's interesting because if the letter from the producer is released on the first week of July, that means there will have to be time for, if there is a live letter and a patch in the after the first week of July, which is probably like at the end of the week of July. They're always late. Maybe they'll go for a Tuesday one. They can do that.
July starts midweek though. It starts on a Wednesday, so
oh, you're right.
There's always the chance.
Yeah.
Depends on what they define as the first week.
Yeah. Well, I think that sort of depending on whether or not we're getting a live letter, at least it looks like we're getting a mid-July release. Because it would be weird if they posted because if the letter is replacing the live letter, then it would make sense that it is mid, because patches are released a week or 2 weeks after a live letter usually. So
bold of you to say mid-July.
I'm gonna say 28th.
Dangerous, my middle name, but I think
I was thinking 21st.
Well, I was always thinking like at the very end of July. Well, it could still happen. Rules might be different for just a regular letter. I just know that live letters have usually had like very predictable. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see. But there's more. This is information, by the way, that came out during the Walking with Yoshi-P stream yesterday, I think. Did we put this in we haven't put it in here, but before we continue, Mustache.
I don't like it.
Yoshi-P has a mustache now.
Very odd.
And it is a sight to behold. He has gone from like rock star to nerd.
Hmm.
Like
It's
is
not very
hard to
Freddie
explain.
Mercury.
No.
No.
Yeah, to uncle. Yeah. Rockstar to
Uncle,
uncle
oh God.
is what he has turned into here.
Mm,
It isn't a great one.
It is quite it is a look. I hope someone will tell him that he probably shouldn't keep that. Please don't
No.
keep that. Okay, next.
Mm.
He mentioned that patch 5.3 will have. Do you want to see a picture? You want to see a picture, chat? All right, I can get you a picture. Can I?
Of course you can.
Mm.
You're Kill Bravestone. You get things done.
That's true. That's true. I can
Slowly, but
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's gonna be slow. Let's see if I can. I will-
eventually they get done.
we will see if my if I'm cool enough. Yep. You know what? You wouldn't believe it, but I can provide.
Oh, there it is.
Oh no! Why
Also,
is it this picture of him eating as well?
I think the word, yeah, the word, there's so many things wrong with this picture. Also, the picture kind of makes his hair look like greasy. So it
Yeah.
looks like a greasy
Yeah.
guy with that mustache. It is just an unfortunate look. But hey, you do you, Yoshi-P. If you want to keep that, sure.
But it's just such an odd choice. I don't know anything about his facial hair growth, but as a 47-year-old man, it looks like he's made a conscious effort to shave everywhere else
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just keep that.
Yeah. Well, he's trying. Maybe a midlife crisis is hit, and this is his
Maybe
way of getting that out.
Buy a car.
Well, this
Maybe
is
he
better.
wants to look like Rams's father.
Okay.
He's
well,
just Dirt Panda.
Yeah.
The default Dirtlander.
Yeah.
Yoshi-P Gill Seller.
We have seen other good pictures, Eric, and it is just the mustache.
Yeah.
You can watch it on the stream if you want to see it in motion.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. All right, but yes, he did say patch 5.3 will have a new feature for group pose, stamps, and balloon dialogue will be added.
That's fun.
Yeah, so you can
Cool.
add your own little. You can make your
What
own
is-
animes. No, it's not mangas.
What does it mean by stamps?
You can put like stamp cool.
Like yeah, Biff, Boff, and Bash.
Smashing. You'll
Yeah,
have stuff like that.
Thornberries.
Okay, Nigel.
You will be able to display and hang your weapons on the wall of your house, currently under development. So
That
your
actually
relics.
is really cool.
You can hang up your relics.
Hmm.
I'm gonna now collect every relic just so I can hang them all over the walls.
It'll take a while, but okay.
Yoshi-P admits he's the weakest at the second floor, E6S, among all the Eden vs. Savage stages. He did clear it on his first attempt with pugs.
That's where we got stuck, isn't it?
We never got to E6S, Maela.
No.
Did we not?
No, we got
We-
E5S.
What was
When did we
five?
do E5S?
4. Wait, what the fuck? When,
Oh no,
where
we
are
only did 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
and
we
4,
did
didn't
1,
we?
2, 3, 4.
We
We
got
did
stuck at
two.
2,
We
didn't
got
we?
to 2. We got to 2.
I was thinking, why are you thinking that we even tried to do this
No,
tier?
that's a fair point. Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, I can't remember this in Savage. Okay. Yoshi-P Yoshi-P also thinks. I think that was just like my brain trying to like tell me that you're not that bad. You're not that
Yeah.
bad. Surely you made it to at least E5S.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, we could do it if we wanted to. There's no
Mm.
limits to
That's true.
getting in.
That's true. Yoshi-P also thinks he's not really good at the forced teleport mechanics in E7S.
Yeah.
Yeah?
A lot of people are.
Same.
Yeah. On your Stola's Bring Arts figure, spoilers for the next story, Yoshi-P supervised the process of the figure. We'll talk about that. It took around It took around 3 retakes to get the face correctly. That's about it. The takeaway here is the announcement of the release. Yeah, so there you go. Make sure you catch the well, it's not a live letter, so it's just a letter. More fishes will be added in 5.3, and the producer director checks for patch 5.3 story took 7 hours to complete. The scenario volume is roughly at the length of a movie. So 2 hours, 2 hours ish.
It sounds less than 5.2.
Mm.
5.2 was quite long.
I'd
Yeah.
usually say the story part of a patch can take like maybe between 2 and 4 hours. Some of them are really long.
Well, you have to think, you have to like realize that 2 hours is quite a bit. Like, if you're spreading.
But you usually break it up with a dungeon.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's a big time sink.
Yeah, there's a dungeon in between, and I'm sure there's a lot of like walking back and forth, easily like doubling or even tripling the length.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
That's fair.
I think that's decent for a patch. Well, again, it depends on what the story is. If it's just like 50% filler.
Well, yeah.
We don't need that.
No, we've got high hopes for the story, this one.
Yeah. We know that shit's about to go down, so. So that's what Yoshi-P had to say during the walk with Yoshi-P. Then a Bring Arts figure is coming out. It's Y'shtola in her sorceress attire. I'll read the description. From her midnight black dress to the texture of its fur accents, our designers spared no effort in recreating these fine details. For example, her ears and tail used the pigmentation already incorporated in the material to bring her design to life. Additionally,
What does that mean?
Don't know, but it sounds fancy. Additionally, we have included a new type of neck joint that allows for a wider range of poses. You had to put a joint in her neck too, didn't you? Her accessories include Night Seeker, a thaumaturge arm that harnesses the power of destruction, as well as 6 different interchangeable handpieces.
Wow.
This figure showcases Y'shtola's enigmatic charm and would make a great addition to any adventurer's collection. So should we just... Okay, sorry, the price is $89.99, so $90 for this action figure.
I mean, I think it's more worth the next thing we're going to get into, but I wouldn't buy it.
I wouldn't buy it.
I wouldn't buy it. And
I hate ball joints.
Well, there it is.
I wouldn't buy it. He says, and yet I have.
Do you have a
I have
ball?
this. I have this right here.
Is that Riku?
Yeah, it's a Riku. It's a Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku. I've had this for a while and I've never bothered to open it.
Nice. Well, see, that's my big problem, is that they have ball joints, and I cannot stand ball joints. It makes them look like toys. I want them to be static arts, or like remember the static arts for Kingdom Hearts, by the way? They were fucking expensive, but they were really cool. They were like these like statues with the hard to explain, but they were really cool, and they had no ball joints.
I know it.
Yeah.
I'd rather a Meister quality Y'shtola, because they have, they're really good statues.
Yeah.
Rather than I think I know what they mean by her ears and tail use the pigmentation already incorporated in the materials. Her ears and tail are white. The plastic they use is white.
Oh,
They basically say they haven't painted it.
We haven't painted the top of Y'shtola's head. So to ball joints' defense, sure, there are some figures that have very well hidden ball joints. I'll give them that. But for the most part, if I see a ball joint on a figurine or a statue, I will think less of it.
Yeah.
I will think of it more as a toy.
I think this one looks mostly fine, except around the wrist. I don't quite like it there.
Yeah. The wrist is very obvious, yeah.
I just don't really want to pose figurines, personally, that much. I mean, I can understand the appeal. and having interchangeable parts to make it how you want. But I just don't. I don't really. I'd
also-
rather just have one that's already posed.
I
in a
also
cool way.
think $90 is a
Yeah.
lot to pay for something with ball joints.
Mm.
Because ball joints just makes them look less like the actual characters. I want the figurines to look like the characters. Y'shtola doesn't have ball joints in the game.
Not that we know about.
No. If she had ball joints, then I would accept it. But she doesn't. Yeah.
We've seen a lot of Y'shtola with no.
Yes.
That's true, yeah.
Anyways,
The staff looks good though.
the staff does look good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some good detailing on it. If you still want it after we've bashed it, November 2020,
We'll think less of you.
$89.
If you want a
$99.
more positive review of this product that we don't actually have, go ask Rollo.
Go ask Rollo
Yeah.
because he's a high defender of ball joints for some reason.
Yeah.
It's also only 5.5 inches tall. That's
Yes.
pretty small
Yeah, that's pretty small.
for $90.
Also, I just don't like the idea of picturing, because this is aimed at adults, clearly. And just the idea of, like, imagining myself sitting here, like, trying to pose Y'shtola, it just doesn't, I would have had a moment of clarity while I'm doing that. I'm like, am I playing with toys right now? Am I just playing with this figurine right now? Am I playing with action figures now? Although I can see see, I would only post it once, and then I would be like, why did I do that? Why couldn't I just buy one that's already posed? Okay. Anyways, moving on. Speaking of expensive merch, Mahjong.
We've all tried it once.
We've all tried it once.
Mahjong Mondays.
we've all played it in 14, and now you can play it in real life. Bring the challenge of Dough and Mahjong home with the new tile set and mat from the Square Enix store. They are lying. Well, they aren't.
Oh.
They aren't lying, but they're trying to
telling the
trick
truth.
you. Because you think, wow, a tile set and mat, pre-ordered by Saturday, June 20th, to save 10%.
That's today.
That's today.
That's today.
So-
So this is the last. Let's see.
If you really want this,
Will you pre-order this? You get I guess a suit, like a what is?
Oh, like a beautiful traveling case.
Yeah,
I think the suitcase looks cool.
it looks cool.
I think the set presentation looks cool.
You get those high quality Mahjong pieces. But wait, there's a twist.
I will say, you say high quality. I have heard actual Mahjong like tile collectors, experts, say that they're not very high quality.
Oh, they're not. That's shocking considering the price we're about to reveal here. But you get all the pieces. But Lukiel, I hear you say, why are you not talking about the mat? Well, I'm glad you asked. The mat has to be bought separately. And now I'll give you the price. The Mahjong set, at a discount, is €194.39. Which
On
means,
sale.
for those of you watching on YouTube, it'll cost €215.99. The mat, €68.39. For YouTube audiences, €75.99. Happy Mahjong.
I feel cheated. Anyway, because you can clearly see it's got dice.
Yeah.
It's got some big tiles. It's got like some weird stick things. They're not in the game. I don't think.
I think
Some of those things are. I don't know what the dice is for, but I know those little stick things are. Don't ask me what they're for. I remember
How
them
do you
just
play Mahjong?
I think you would have to figure that out before you buy this. I think,
Yeah.
Don't buy this if you don't know what Mahjong is.
So
Yeah.
about €260 if you buy it tonight,
Mhm.
as of the recording of this podcast.
Mm-hmm. So,
290 if you are buying it after the YouTube video is live.
almost €300 for for this. That's bonkers.
Consider this is in euros. Imagine this in like dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. God. No, I don't want this. Well, sure, if you're very into Mahjong and you have a lot of money to just burn up, there you go. Get your Mahjong, I guess. I'm not even going to show a picture of it. You're not getting a picture. Go look for it yourself.
It was posted in the chat earlier.
Okay, yeah. Someone will buy it. Absolutely. I mean, they know that they have people that will buy whatever they throw at them.
I mean,
You know that on episode 201, you'll see it in the background of Lukiel's house.
someone
Never.
has to buy it in the same way that someone has to be buying all that expensive Final Fantasy jewelry that they put on the
Oh
store.
god, the sterling silvers.
It's not just Yoshi-P.
Sephiroths.
There are other people out there that buy it. So yeah. Right. That's Mahjong. Just another one of those expensive Final Fantasy merchandise items. So I just love that they split it. Like, why wouldn't the mat be included? Can you play Mahjong without the mat?
Of course
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, you'd have to draw it up
Just on your
on
coffee
the
table.
Because there are specific places you'd have to remember where to put them, I guess. But I feel
I think it's.
yeah, go on.
I think if you're a Mahjong player, you know where things go.
That's true. But I also feel like if you're buying such an expensive set, it would almost feel like something is missing if you don't get the mat as well. So you're kind of forced to get both.
And the page for the tiles shows a picture of them on the map.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
is, I mean,
That is really that
That's-
is true. They do show
that's
that.
false advertising in a way.
Almost.
I wonder what the mat's made of. It doesn't say in product details.
Cardboard. Just folded cardboard that you get. You fold it out like a Monopoly board.
Very good.
Okay. Right. Let's. It is hot. It is hot.
Yeah, it is the hot.
It is the hot. That is the end of recent events. Now we're on main story, and it just says
Okay.
episode 200. So
Okay.
Yeah.
well, I'll talk about the PC because if you didn't watch yesterday's disaster of a stream, you would have missed the fact that my trusty old computer decided to just stop yesterday for the last time. It had a few thermal shutdowns before, but usually just having it like rest for a while and then turning it back on would, it would work again. It wouldn't work again yesterday. So nightmare scenario, because of course it happened on the eve of like the anniversary episode, like the day before. I'm so glad it happened. Yesterday and not today, because it would probably would have happened yesterday if we didn't stream yesterday.
And I brought up to Akil that if it happened today, it would have been a repeat of the 50th anniversary podcast, which is not on YouTube
No.
for very specific reasons.
Thermal shutdown. It's a laptop, first of all. It is a laptop from 2010. At least that's when I got it. It might be a 2009 laptop. It has been running without being powered off probably for like 9 or 8 of those years. And I think the end was just there for it. I think it was over. It is the same laptop that ran the original Minecraft server. It is the laptop that has run Dark Lukiel nonstop for years. And now its time has come. It is over, and now it has been replaced by the computer it was supposed to be replaced by a long time ago. So it finally got to be turned on. But I need a new sound card, because you can't hear this, but the other speakers are hearing a constant buzz during this episode because the sound card is broken. Right. So yeah, rest in peace, laptop. You have served me well for 10 years.
The entirety of Speaker's existence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is all the speakers have spoken through that laptop.
Mhm.
Think about that. Think about that. Okay. Episode. Yeah. Speaking of all the other speakers, it's 200 episodes. 200 episodes. It doesn't feel. I was thinking about it.
Wow.
I had a shower thought today. I thought, wow, 200. That's a lot of episodes. But think about this. It's not even a year worth of episodes. If you watched one episode every day, you would only go 200 days. We need 165 more episodes. And if you think about that, that's
3 more years.
That's 2 or 3 years more of speakers just to get 365 episodes. That's a lot. But also
And
not.
then another 2 years after that will be 10 years.
God. And then you'll be
and
40.
And 10 years is the same amount of time that laptop has been running for. Think about that.
Wow.
Okay. Yes. I have clips to show. So should we just watch that now? And then talk?
Hell yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
sure, why not? I reckon it's episode 200 plus or minus 2. I'm sure there's got to be at least one episode that isn't included somewhere down the line.
Oh,
There's a couple of episodes that aren't on YouTube.
there are
So,
missing episodes.
Is this really episode 200?
Anniversary episode? No. They still aired, but they weren't posted to YouTube. So, for instance, last year's anniversary episode, not on YouTube. I know that there's just a very normal episode that's missing because I deleted the raw file from my computer and I didn't want to upload because every time I tried to download the episode from Twitch, it would only be 720p and I didn't want to upload that. So that episode was just never posted.
Yeah. Weird though that just things like that aren't posted, but then that episode where you just sat under your desk for the whole thing is.
That's true. There's no rhyme or reason to what is ignored and what's posted. I believe there was a copyright issue with the anniversary episode. Because of the intro and also
you went to court, didn't you? God, yeah.
Yeah, I went to court and I lost. So
yeah,
I was not allowed to.
The law won once again.
Yeah. What do we do now? Do we just do MogMail? Do we talk? What do we do? What do we?
I don't know, really.
We haven't really structured.
It feels unusual now.
It feels
It does feel unusual. Just do MogMail and maybe that will trigger a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. MogMail.
I think Rollo threw us off.
Yeah, Rollo threw us off. Go to work, Rollo. Okay. MogMail. MogMail.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wanted to make sure you could hear it.
Thank you.
The first MogMail is coming to us from. This is a bad idea actually because these are non-anniversary related. We start with the non-anniversary ones.
That was your decision.
Yeah, but but we were supposed to talk about. Okay, well. Hey all, I wasn't around when this is from Zabu El Sabini Shamas from Cactuar. Hey all, I wasn't around when Lord of Verminion was introduced, so what's the story behind it? What did the devs say it was going to be before it came out, and what was its immediate reception? I only do it for the challenge log, and I hate every second of it. It seems like a Pokemon ripoff that would have been the obvious option, and even WoW has something similar to it. So it's not like it's a copyright issue on the idea of two monsters battling it out in a turn-based way. Thanks.
What's what I've been saying since the beginning, Zabu.
Pokemon
would have worked so much better.
Yeah. Lord of Verminion just kind of came out of nowhere. It was a thing that no one wanted. No one.
The story behind it's because there's a game called Lord of Vermilion, which is a MOBA. And they thought it would be really cute to make their own. I think it's a Square Enix title, which is why they could do it.
Yeah.
And it's only available in Japan as well, I think, or at least it was.
Yeah.
And then they introduced one with minions, which doesn't play at all like how Vermilion plays.
No.
But it's actually just a really difficult micromanaging game.
They spent a lot of money promoting it because they made all these ads that would play everywhere. and it just was shit.
Yeah.
Can't be fixed unless they just start over with a new game mode. They can use we talked about this, but they can use the UI because the UI is pretty good. They made a brand new like interface for the whole
The UI
thing.
is very good.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Failed.
It did all start as an April Fool's joke.
That's true. I think that proves that even though people like your April Fool's idea, it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work. Because after all, what?
People are still requesting that dating sim that they teased.
Can't believe that was even.
That's because people are horned. People are horned.
Horned creatures.
Horned creatures. Basically failed system, failed game, abandoned by the community. Well, there are people that keep it alive.
Except for the dev.
There are people that keep it alive. But
Are there?
There are some people that have that are arranged like Lord of Arminian tournaments, I think, or games.
So sorry.
First I've heard of it.
I'm just making it up, but I know someone's gonna go, actually.
Yeah.
There is a community that you don't know about. And I'll be like, okay, fine. So let's just say there is a community out there.
Yeah, there's a niche community.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Zabu.
Next.
Zabini.
Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, wow.
Wow, I can't believe it. From Sargatanas. Now that we know what the Warrior of Light role for 6.0 know that the Warrior of Light role for 6.0 has already been chosen for the opening cutscene. What role do you think they have chosen? Do you think we'll ever see the Warrior of Light as a healer class?
No.
Is healer cool enough? Well, if it is a chemist can be pretty cool.
Chemist could be cool.
I mean...
Depends on how they make chemist in 14.
I think the question should not so much be, will the Warrior of Light ever be a healer? It should be more so, will the Warrior of Light ever be a disciple of magic in general?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, he hasn't really been any of those.
He's only ever been physical things.
Well, they could change it up. I mean, there's no... I mean, they in the Shadowbringers trailer, they make a point of like job change. They even place the job change sound when he switches jobs. So... He could. There's nothing preventing him from being a disciple of magic. What I think about is they chose those classes because they look cool. They are sellable. Yeah. They can sell those. A healer, as much as I love White Mage, very boring, like nun class. If you know what I mean. Like we're very.
I don't think they could make it good in a cutscene. I think Scholar though could work.
Yeah.
Because he can summon a carbuncle, which is kind of cool.
He's very smart with his book.
Scholars can't summon carbuncles.
Oh no, they can't. They're the fairy people. And they're not going to show on their cool manly game someone in a dress summoning a fairy, are they?
I think that they could do that with Chemist. Because Chemist could be quite different. And not as
in a massive coat with like a plague
chemists aren't like
mask.
Gentle, like we love nature and we love the
balance. They hate nature.
They're like alchemists almost. Like they don't give a fuck. Yeah. They just make shit that works. So yeah, they could chemist. I think it would be weird seeing him as a warrior of disciple of magic though.
I think if it's any of them is going to be Disciple of Magic, I think we've discussed this before. I think it's going to be... Actually, Red Mage is being brought up in chat, and I think that would work. But also, I was thinking Summoner is what I think is likely.
Yes, because it's also a very iconic job in general.
I reckon, yeah. But in the trailer, he'll summon like a full-sized Ifrit.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
He has... The Warrior of Light currently has access to both Bahamut and Phoenix, which are both like full size. So
that's true.
Yeah.
And that would look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, they're very weird for someone who's like last saw the Aram Reborn trailer with Louis Suarez and Bahamut, and then suddenly they've watched this one. He's like, oh, he's summoning him now. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I I think it's possible, Scott, but I think
Not with our current ones.
You'll see a DPS before a healer. You'll see a black mage or a summoner
yeah,
or a red mage.
Yeah.
I think part of me thinks Black Mage is the least likely disciple of magic or like caster because most gear covers up the face, and I think they want to personify the Warrior of Light.
Oh,
That's
now.
true.
Yeah.
Also, slow cast times.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Scott Pilgrim.
Thanks, Scott Pilgrim.
Next is coming to us from Cuteness Kills from Genova.
It can do.
It's a fact. Hey, Lukiel, I've got a theory about how and why the Amdapor mages based their statues off of Sin Eaters, despite the fact that Sin Eaters are only on the first. As you know, Sin Eaters are created when a being's ether goes too far to the light pole. I think that Amdapor mages, while experimenting with white magic, must have had some mages turn into Sin Eaters through reckless use of white magic and had to be put down. That is where they could have got the idea from.
Why not go one further and say that in a similar way to how the Marquis could enslave Void Scent, why can't the Amdapori enslave the Sin Eaters that turned? And then they used them as their defense mechanisms. They could have actually been Amdapori.
Yeah.
The main problem with that is that we haven't seen evidence that it exists.
Well, that's also true, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not enough Amdapori lore, really.
Again, yeah, this
No.
it's a theory. It's a good theory, but we have nothing to like base it on again because
I like it as an explanation, but
yeah.
there's not.
It is perhaps one of the ones that make the most sense right now. Although we, yeah, yeah. How do they turn them into? How do they turn them into statues, though? I guess that's just another.
I don't think they turned them into statues. I think the idea is that Cuteness is proposing is that they had to kill the real Sin Eaters, but they're like, this is a good idea for a defense.
Right, for the design of the. I see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. I just want to say this is just about the previous episode. I have seen the comments about Ulda. Let me just say this.
Oh.
Not this again.
If you have to talk to NPCs and do culinarian quests to know that's about to happen in Heavensward, you haven't done your job right. That is incorrect writing. You should have made that obvious in the quest. Even that is not a defense of where that story went. And then the second part, which they seem to ignore, do you think the Heavensward part is well written? Do you think that's a good way to resolve that story? I rest my case, because we all know the answer, and it is no. Okay.
And this is why we don't do comments of the week anymore.
Yes, that is why. There you go. That is my final comments on that case. Case closed. Next. This one's from Manic Starco. Oh yes, it is too long. Okay. Hey there, speakers. I have a question for you, followed by a theory. So let's get into it, shall we? How much of a threat do you guys think the other remaining Asians will be? And with the remaining, I mean the other two besides Elidibus, the Sundered Convocation members who are probably Pashtarot and Halmarot. End. Now for the theory. I made it sound like there was more coming. Now for the theory. As we have heard, Elidibus became the heart of Zodiark when they summoned the Primal. So I found it a bit strange that Elidibus would walk around as he does, because if we would beat him and destroy him, Zodiark would be severely weakened. Zodiark would severely weaken. Or that is what will happen. Or that is what will happen and get Xenos Zodiark because of that. I am fearful. Well, I'll just keep reading and then we'll discuss everything. So I started thinking, what if this whole time Elidibus was one of those two remaining Asians all along? But that was thrown out the window because we've seen him show his Zodiark emblem as Elidizenos, and Emmet would probably have known or seen that seen that it would be a sundered Ascian wearing the robes of Elidibus. So here is what I eventually came up with. Alright. Before the summoning, Elidibus maybe had a meeting with one of the other convocation members and told him about the whole heart stuff, similar to Venas' meeting with that one ancient. In that same meeting, would give this convocation member the title of Elidibus for when he becomes the heart. Between the time of summoning Zodiark and Hydaelyn, there would be time to fill his empty spot. I think this member would have been Halmarot. Halmarot's Final Fantasy XII Esper version, hope you're taking notes everyone, was Exodus, the Judge Sal. In his description it stated, tasked with keeping watch over the world with the authority to judge the value of all things, something Elidibus is seen doing many times now, watching over the source from the moon and judging our actions, trying to uphold the balance. Exodus is also the Esper of the element Ether, which could explain why it is so easy for this Elidibus to pull people from the first to the source, or from the 13th to both the source and the first. Also, when Elidibus appeared as Arber, he basically went around sending the people of the first on an exodus, freeing them from their now dull and normal lives to become warriors of light. Now with 5.3 incoming, we are getting the Dungeon Heroes Gauntlet. I think this will be the place used to test the people who actually want to become warriors of light, as that is what a gauntlet is mostly used for, to test / to prove. And that's what Ardberius is the one who does the judging. I'm sorry for making it this long, but I thought this would be a fun theory, even if it's looking way too deep into this. Anyways, congrats on your 200th episode, and let's hope for many more to come.
Whew. Long one.
All right.
I guess the first question?
Yes.
First?
How much of a threat do you think the other remaining Ascians will be? Do you think they'll ignore them, or will they?
I feel like they want to ignore them.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
I'm sort of leaning on that. I think if they brought in, like, Pashtarot, and they're like, ha ha ha, you've never seen me before, but I have been biding my time, and I am much better than all of them combined, it would be a bit weak.
Yeah.
It
Pashtarot.
kind of seems like bad writing.
Who's Pashtarot again? Is that the...
I think he's...
Is he the guy that was voiced in the A Realm Reborn cutscene?
Maybe.
Possibly.
They're not going to bring him back. They want us to forget.
I think they want us to focus on only the three that they highlighted at the end of Stormblood.
Yeah. Yes. Which... who were they?
Emmett, Selk, Lahabrea, and Elidibus.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And then I also think possibly Vanar or one member of the convocation.
Well,
Not the convocation. Could potentially be involved as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a sound theory. What followed? I'm afraid that we will... I'm still worried about Xenos. I just don't want Xenos to be like a big... Like, merge with Zodiark or whatever. Like, become his, like, fucking... I don't know. Dog.
What if Xenos was the heart seed Elidibus? And... like he says in his MogMail, and then the Elidibus we have now was a replacement of the title. Kappa.
Kappa.
See, the problem I have with that, the idea that the Elidibus we have now is not the same Elidibus that became the heart, is that, like, why would they set up, like, I think it's Riange, suspecting that it's not so simple as there being a replacement and the original.
Yeah. Although I do agree with the idea of if he's the heart of Zodiac, why is he able to just be free and wander around?
Yeah, there's that too, yeah.
Unless we're the heart of Hydaelyn. No?
No, we're not.
No.
But imagine this. Imagine if Xenos has been Zodiac the whole time.
Oh God, please.
You're saying that as like a joke, but you know that be careful what you say because shit like that will just be real one day.
I know.
think it's plausible.
That's why I'm saying it, to be honest, because I'm afraid that it will happen.
They knew they made a mistake when they revealed Zodiac as a massive purple crystal. How are you going to fight that? How are you going to
Yeah.
make that fight fun?
Yeah, that's true.
No. You have Xenos, who is an incredibly well-built character,
Mm-hmm. Well,
and you fight him instead.
yeah. So do you think Xenos in this theory would Zodiac literally be Xenos, or would Zodiac be inside of Xenos?
Xenos is Zodiac, but he doesn't know.
Right. Okay.
That's why he has the dreams.
Interesting.
But does... Hang on.
What?
Xenos is Zodiac, but he doesn't know. But does Zodiac know he's Xenos?
Zodiac's asleep. The part of him that is Zodiac is like not conscious.
I hate this.
Right.
I hate
This
this.
is really
I hate
deep. This
everything
is
about
making my
this.
brain hurt.
I want out. Thank you, Manix.
We don't have an explanation for Xenos having those dreams yet.
That is true. Why would he dream
I'm
of
gonna.
the falling stars?
Okay. Well, thank you, Manix, for that. Next.
Thank you.
No audio on that one. Genova, Tia. Gasp.
Oh, no.
An alternative universe scenario has happened. I'm allowed. It's a 200th episode. Instead of retiring from the podcast, Maela Vanadar has been transported into the world of Final Fantasy XIV in true isekai fashion. But wait! A true protagonist is given either cheats and skills, be that class or abilities, to survive. So the question is, what do the other speakers provide Maela?
What does that mean?
I don't know. What do we give Maela in this isekai scenario?
How are we giving him things? Are we crafting them for him and then...
Oh yeah, can you communicate with me via the game?
I guess.
But I can only exist in the game now.
Yeah, I think that's what it means. So
well,
if
that was the case, I would encourage Maela to just live the simple life of a disciple of the Hand or Land.
I'd be like, Maela. If you look straight forward, do you see a button at the lower right of your vision? Can you try to make like a cursor appear in your mind's eye and move it down there? Click it once and click the first thing that pops up on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Click that.
Exit game.
There should be like a box that appears. Click OK, and it'll kill Maela.
Wow.
Or Maela would be free. We don't know. We don't know.
Thanks, Georgi. I'll just become a botanist.
Okay.
We write our own bits.
I would, you know what? I would make food so you wouldn't starve.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing. I would craft food and ask him what it tastes like.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maela would be like a taste tester.
Maela can tell us what dodo tastes like.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's life-changing.
And also, I will tell you that you can't say chicken because I hate it when people say that. You have to.
Oh, but what if it's exactly like chicken?
Well, then you have to lie.
Oh,
I don't want to lie though.
I don't want Maela to say that it tastes like chicken. Okay.
I can imagine dodo tasting like chicken.
I feel like it's like very extra
Actually,
chicken.
I imagine dodo would taste closer to turkey.
Yeah, a bit drier.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try and describe to you the difference between a normal quality food item and a high quality food item.
Oh, that would be very interesting. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Genova.
Thanks, Genova.
All right, next. Why is there no audio? Why did the audio just stop playing on these? Sorry, this is from a rare beast. Balmung. Is it loud for you? But not for me?
Wow.
Oh, they still hear it.
Well, I guess that's good for them.
All right. That's interesting. Very interesting for me. Happy 200th episode, speakers. I cannot for the life of me fully process how long I've been watching the podcast. I've been able to find evidence of me tuning in as early as episode 49, even though I watched Roar and such prior to tuning into the podcast itself.
Same.
That is a long time ago. Looking back, it's crazy how much I didn't remember from 3 years ago. I entirely forgot about the YouTube chat. Oh, those were the days when Twitch would go, hello, YouTube, and YouTube would go, hello,
we had
Twitch.
to have that special program that showed both Twitch and...
Yeah. Oh, God, it was actually quite horrible. Because sometimes it wouldn't work. Like, it would be like... Even though that's where I started watching. It's been a true honor watching this community grow and improve with the passage of time. And I'm amazed by how far it's come in a few short years. Why will it not stop? So many favorite memories to choose from. Abandoning Neverreap.
Very funny.
First person dungeons.
Awful.
AKA the dungeons we had to abandon.
And the poor keep.
Cities that smell like farts. Moss.
Moss smells like ham.
Smells like ham. Yeah. Which
paper?
smells like fart. No, it's deep. Remember, because ham. Opening a packet of ham and then
God,
immediately
the
smelling the smell. Arguments about international semantics. That's literally every other day. Getting way too in character for minimum eye level dungeons. Pope Lakeel springs to mind. We used to do that a lot more back in the day.
We had themes and stuff.
Yeah, or giving voice to one fanfiction writer's dream. I will always cherish the time spent with Brian Bravestone and the memory, the memory of Lakeel realizing for the first time live on the air that his surname was Bravest One. Cheers for 3 years, and here's to many more. Beast.
No.
Oh, thank you, Beast.
YouTube was bad. I probably had the YouTube chat maybe on like 2 episodes because obviously I was meant to mod that as well. But you couldn't.
It was strange because, the reason why we did it was to try to bridge the gap between YouTube and the YouTube and Twitch audience because they were two different worlds. Because the YouTube audience was mostly just watching Roar, Soar, and Fallen Rise at the time. And it kind of felt like we had fragmented the community a bit. So we were trying to bridge it. But when you then watched the comments, they were like 2 different communities at first. The first few episodes were very interesting in that sense. But I feel like now everyone is fully integrated in the same community now. We're one unit. Some still don't watch the podcast. Fine. You're missing out. But all right. Well, they won't see this, so. Okay. Yes.
Some people won't understand why today is sad.
That's true. Some people will have been subscribed to Speakers Network and have never heard of any of you and won't even know that Maela exists.
Actually, they may know our names from the top 10 videos.
Oh, yeah.
Which didn't really pull a lot of people in.
Oh, but now I've watched them because it was new content on the channel.
That was the Twitch audience watching, I think.
Maybe.
I don't see the people that
Let's submit a feedback survey. Let's get some data on this. We can't just speculate.
What does the name Lonigan Cypher mean to you?
Yeah.
God. I mean, even within this community, it's the same community, but the podcast watching part of the community, a lot of those people don't even know who Lonigan Cypher is anymore. That is weird for me. Because to me, even though it feels like I've done this forever, it also doesn't feel like it's that long ago that Lonigan was here.
True.
But it is a long time ago. Lonigan was last here 5 years ago.
God.
4 years ago.
Is the biggest enigma of the podcast in terms of hosts.
He's an interesting man.
Yeah, he wasn't really. He wasn't quite cut out for it, I think. But neither was Vera. Well, Vera was, because she'd worked in radio, but Vera just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Which I kind of
If
like.
it had been about a subject she wanted to talk about, it probably would have gone better.
Yeah. If you look at anything with Lonergan in it, you can tell that Lonergan, he's just kind of talking with me. He's like it's not a show that he's doing. He's just discussing shit with me, which is fine. But
that's kind of nice to hear, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I've seen, I think Trista has been looking at old episodes, and he's linked some of them. I don't look at old episodes. I fall apart when I watch these because they are so bad. Yeah. Like audio is shit, no structure. We don't know what we're talking about. We keep switching topics. But hey, it's where this show started. You have to start somewhere, I guess.
I wonder if we have anyone who's ever watched, and we've talked about Orange Caramel, and they've thought of the K-pop band rather than the Spanish man, and wondered what we were on about.
Yeah,
because they are quite a popular. I think they're quite a popular group, or at least were when he was around.
Yeah.
I wonder if people are like, wow, these guys love K-pop so much, but they keep saying it's weird and they're Spanish.
That's true. To me, though, it's like every time I say Orange Caramel, I never think about the K-pop
it's
group.
Always that weird Spanish man.
Our Spanish friend with the dog.
He used to always post videos of him in public going wee and stuff. Weird
he
man.
used to do that. Yes. Yes, and.
Yes, and.
Just another meme for you.
I could have met Orange and Lonergan.
You could.
You could have.
I did.
I think I'm glad I didn't.
Well, I had already met Lonergan, obviously, but I did meet Orange. We let's get into another MogMail, I guess. This one is from. Why can I not hear it anymore?
Apparently, it's very loud.
This is from Mira Mario from Marlborough. I will keep this as short as possible, as you are hopefully flooded with some MogMail for the 200th episode. Still wanted to send one in. First off, congratulations on this milestone. 200 episodes. That is quite a lot. Depends on how you look at it, of course, from my shower thoughts.
Shut up.
I am a philosopher. Very likely I am here celebrating with you all in the audience and chat. Haven't been around as long as some, talking of the whole community as a whole. You are awesome, and I hope to have more good times with you all. And Maela, I certainly hope to see you in chat whenever you have time. Enjoying having a bit more free time in your evenings. I know I will miss you as a direct speaker on the channel, but I will gladly still hear your voice pop up at random in one of the Discord voice channels, or see you right in any of the text chat places. Wave.
Thanks, Mira.
Thank you.
I'm being taken out right back behind the speaker's office after this, though, and being shot in the head.
That's true. It is
by Lucia.
Well, I feel like
it's polar bear season.
So I want to explain. So to me, this is very weird because it is the last episode of Maela, but it doesn't feel like it. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It is because it is. It doesn't happen. But I think I will understand it next week when Maela isn't here.
I don't think it's that.
I think we will feel it very keenly next week, Lakia.
Yeah, because next week we will be Rollo-less still. Because now Rollo, first of all, well, I hope Rollo gets the job he wants, which will be very good for us, but also good for him.
I was going to say, good for him too.
And he's moving. But don't worry, it won't take 3 months like last time. But we will be Rollo-less next week and Maela-less. So it'll just be me and Georgi next week. I hope we're getting more news.
Yeah.
But yeah, he will be back. Rollo will probably be back very soon. I have to. We have no time, but
we have no time.
we have no actual set date for him to come back. Well, we know he's coming back very soon. We just have to wait for the move and the job and everything. There are special times in the world right now, which is also complicating things. So yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Maela leaving. But Maela isn't leaving.
Who knows what the future will hold? Don't be too sad about it.
There you go. Well, for the YouTube audience, it is over for you.
You never know.
Well,
They might watch Speakers Plays, our alternative channel.
Last updated 3 months ago, but yes, that is true.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Next MogMail is from. Let me load that up so we can read it. Okay, here we go. This is from Fleury Serrano from Cujata. Cujata? That's JP, is it?
It's Spanish.
Hello, speakers. Happy anniversary. Congratulations on this 200th episodes. Thank you for the lore videos, the podcast videos, and the fun streams. They really make me love 14 more, and the fun streams really help cheer me up, especially in this complicated time. I remember I was nervous when pressing the follow button and said hello to the chat, but the speakers in the chat are so kind and fun. Thank you so much. Aww. As for the favorite moments, my favorites are the Tokyo Fan Fest and the podcast episode about the Tokyo Fan Fest. Seeing the excitement when they showed Crystarium is so unforgettable. I hope I can join the next expansion hype this time. That's all from me. Wish you all good luck and good health, and keep having fun. From Indonesia with love. P.S. for Maela, I'm going to miss you.
Oh, gosh.
I like the text.
Yeah, I love that it
font has
changed. I don't know why that happened.
It's because of the emote, I think.
Oh, it is. Yeah. There you go.
Tokyo Fan Fest was good.
It was a good one. It was.
A good fun.
Yeah.
Tokyo Fan Fest is currently the next scheduled Fan Fest.
True.
Tokyo Fan Fest was the one with the white square of balancing.
It was a very awkward fan fest. A lot of weird shit happened in it. And I also lost my mind during it because of it. Because there was all this hype, and then it was so frustratingly, like, everything was, like, weirdly paced, and it was the weird segments, and then there was that whole, like, Dad of Light shit. Oh my god. And we had to sit. That was like, wasn't it like 7? There was a crazy amount of hours we had to cover that. Fan Fest.
I do remember definitely missing parts of Tokyo Fan Fest and watching you and definitely Rollo, maybe Georgie.
No, it's just me and Rollo.
I was not there yet.
Being very, very tired looking.
Yes. There was also the cameras that was just constantly like in and out, bouncing around. Quite a time.
Great time.
JP Fan Fest is when we first saw the Hrothgar.
God, yeah.
Yes.
Remember the very tepid response that got?
Well, it was horrible, actually. You reminded me of a really horrible stream.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Vieira.
Yeah.
Vieira, whatever. I can't remember what the timeline was now.
It would have been the people would have been cheering for male Vieira or hoping for male Vieira.
Actually, Big Green Lion Man.
Yeah.
Both the Vieira and Hrothgar reveal trailers are very weird.
Oh, the Vieira one.
Yeah. The Vieira one especially is... You know who they were targeting.
Rollo.
Yeah, basically.
I hope they make... If we do end up getting the opposite gender for the two new races, I hope they make the exact same trailers to just replace the characters with the opposite gender characters.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We have 5 more minutes. We're out of MogMail.
Did we? Oh, I felt like we weren't going. Okay, good, nice,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
good.
Yeah. So,
More about JP FanFest. Ah, good time.
last.
Someone mentioned the tech guy in chat. Was that JP?
The tech guys from that stream where it was part of the clips we saw earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was very.
It's where my famous catchphrase "audio is easy" came from.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really when it first appeared?
Yeah, I'm sure that didn't come back and bite me in the ass later.
Audio is easy.
Well,
You got anything to say, Maela?
this is your final moments as head speaker.
Head.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was my last act as head.
Well, you're
speaker.
one of the head speakers. You're one of the main speakers.
Akil, Juggy, and Rollo in absentia. You're all fired.
No. Okay. In that term, I'm the head speaker, but you know what I mean. Main speaker.
Speaker of Maela. See you next week, guys. 8 p.m. It's just going to be me, just watching clips.
Yeah.
3 hours.
What I'm really sad about is that you're leaving now, and I'd realized another shower thought while I was thinking about the length of this show. We never read My Immortal on the post show. That was a promise we made to our post show viewers.
We will find some sort of special way to do that then.
Yeah.
I'm not actually being shot.
No, because I would have to travel to the UK to do that, and also I don't think I would be able to bring a weapon to the UK.
What?
No, that's true.
To shoot Maela.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, we'll do it at European.
We'll shoot you at the EU. Let's not say that because we were going to get on the list, and we won't be able to go to FanFest. Okay.
We might meet at FanFest
if there is one.
We might meet. Who are you talking to?
Us. You guys.
I mean, if we all go to FanFest, I hope we do. Are you just gonna?
Yeah, we definitely will. Yeah, obviously.
Wouldn't it be very strange if we didn't?
Wouldn't it be?
No, that'd be very weird. Imagine if all 4 of us went, and then like none of us met up.
I would be just like a Sieg, you're gonna go hello, and then just walk on, just keep walking.
What would be better is if we all went, we didn't see each other, but we did an on the road podcast from our bedroom.
Well, that was the plan for last year. If I went like last time, because we can't miss an episode, especially on a FanFest episode.
It's the most important episode.
It's the most important episode of the channel. What did you say?
Isn't it not in news?
Not in news?
What's it? Sorry, man.
Would it not? When's FanFest scheduled for like the big reveals?
Always on the
because podcasts can't really change the time that easily.
No. Well, I think it ends relatively in time with when the podcast airs. No, wait, we're in the UK now, so that would be.
And then.
Yeah.
Not sponsored. And then.
Yeah, and it would be on European time anyway, so.
Yeah. That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on when because since we'd be there in person, we'd be able to attend the Primals concert probably as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see how that goes. We still don't know if it's actually going to happen.
One more small thing that we should have mentioned at the start of the episode: the 11 event is ending like this weekend.
Yes. So if you haven't done the 11 event, do it now because it's about to end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Maela, we have reached the end of our allotted time. It is over. Well, not for the people watching live. It's going to be weird because we're going into the post show. Maela's going to be here for another hour. Yeah. But for YouTube viewers and non-patrons, this is the end of Maela Vanadar. Have you thought about that, Maela? You're about to fall from the about page to below that like gold line.
I have thought about it. It does make me sad.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird to do because I'm gonna do that after this episode. Think about that. All right. Well, Maela, thanks for your service. It is over. Should I show? So Rollo made unexpectedly made Rollo's made something. It is very funny. It is very. I think only we will appreciate how funny it is because it's Rollo. It's of course a meme format. Should I show it now or in the post show?
I mean, I don't know how appropriate it is for the main show.
It's called Maela Vanadart Tribute.
Oh God! Oh no!
It is not. Yeah. I don't think anyone's ready, but maybe I should save it for the post show because, like, at the end of the post show, like we end everything with that. I think that would be very funny. All right. Okay. Post show, I guess, but maybe I'll just attach it to the end of the YouTube video so that YouTube audiences aren't, that they actually get that ending. All right. Post show, for those of you watching live, remember to follow at Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfIreland, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord in chat if you want to join our Discord server. Send us MogMail, speakersxiv.com/MogMail. And for the last time with Maela on this side, goodbye.
Goodbye.